Yeah, let me ask you something, okay? All right. Have you read your
All right.
Bible?
5 times, going on 6 times now. I listened to the audio twice already, going on 3 times.
You read the Bible 5 times? Like, why? 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 Okay. No. No. What was that tempestuous wind that caused Paul to be shipwrecked? What was it called? Do you know?
It's actually a demon. It was a spirit, a demon. It was a pretty long name. I can't really get into the pronunciation of it right now. Walk on water. He cannot keep these 3 Hebrew boys from being consumed by this great furnace. He cannot do these things. He cannot lay his life down and take it up again, raise it on his own. This is Almighty, right?
Okay. You
So
believe
you
this?
asking me
You believe this happened?
these questions. So when you ask again, when you're asking me these questions, how can I not believe when I look around any and everywhere, even in the night sky? I see a great ball of light, the moon.
You don't see people getting burnt up and not getting consumed. You don't see that. You don't
The
see
the the,
animals
the
talking and you understand what they saying. You don't see people walking on water. You don't see people getting raised from the dead. So all this stuff you about to tell me that you look out into nature and see and know that God is real. That this the thing. Hold on, the things that's happening in His book. You don't see that in reality in the real world when you look out into nature. You don't see it. So why not? Is God fair? Is he a fair
okay.
God? Is he
One at a
impartial?
time. One thing at a time. One question at a
Okay,
time,
answer
man. And
that.
one thing
Answer
at a
that. Is he fair and impartial? Is your God fair and impartial?
time. Yes.
No, he is not. Because when he show one person a miracle, when somebody get raised up in the dead in front of you, that is proof. Listen, listen. I'm gonna break something down to you because y'all be thinking I don't know what I be talking about, and I ain't never read this book. In Exodus, okay, when he sent Moses, the coward, the one that ran off for 40 years. Why you gotta run off for 40 years? Didn't care about his people. Ran off for 40 years. Moses, why I gotta be 40? But anyway, ran off for 40 years, right? And then when God talked to him, according to the story, God spoke to him and said, "Look, I want you to go back to Egypt, and I want you to tell the Hebrews that I sent you to deliver them by your hand." What did Moses say? I'm gonna let you tell me because you done read the book 5 times. You on number 6. I'm gonna let you tell me what did Moses say to God?
He was doubting that he can do it. He's saying, "Why? How am I going to go and do
No,
this?" At first,
stop.
he said, "I
No,
can't even speak with."
stop.
He said, "How
No,
can I?"
no,
Okay,
stop.
correct
No,
me.
stop.
Correct me.
What before
What?
they got into all of that? What did he say when he said, "Look, Moses, I need you to go back to Egypt"? What did he say to God? Do you
What?
forgot?
What? What
You
am I
forgot?
going to tell them? He said,
You
"What am I going
no.
to tell them?"
He
First of
he
all,
said, he said, he said, he said, I'm gonna explain it to you because you don't forgot. Even after reading the book 5 times on number 6. What book you in now? Hold
I,
on, hold on. Listen, I'm making a point, man. What book are you on now?
okay, I
On the
understand
sixth
that. I
time.
understand.
On the sixth time. What book you in? What book you in now?
I'm in numbers.
You in
Numbers.
Numbers. Okay, so you just read
Right.
Exodus, man. You should remember this. But hold on, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Listen, okay. When God told Moses, according to this story, that he gonna send, he want him to go back to Egypt. He says, they won't believe me. Listen, in a time that God is showing miracles, in a time that God is in a pillar of fire by night, in a cloud by the day, guiding the people through the wilderness. Now, I know that was before that happened, but just stay with me now. In the time that He's showing things, He's showing people that He exists. He's showing people that He's real. He's showing miracles. He's talking to people directly, not through toast, not through crying statues, not through the universe and stars. He's talking to people directly, like me and you having a conversation right now on Facebook, okay, and YouTube, okay. He said, God, they won't believe me. That's what he said. But guess what? Get what God said, because you don't forgot after reading the book 5 times. He said, look, take this. Take that. You see, is that a staff in your hand? Take that. Show him, don't put it on the ground, turn into a snake. Pick it back up, turn back into a staff. Take this, show him this. Here, put your hand in your coat. I don't know what type of coat he had on. Put your hand in your coat, your robe, your sheepskin, your lambskin, whatever you had on, right? Put your hand in your coat. Take it out. A leprous hand. Put it back in there. Okay, go back. Show them this. Show them something. Show them something. Show them something. Not read a book. They should have been able to take Moses' word for what he said. He said, "Look, God sent me back here to save y'all." They should have took his word. They should have took him for his word. They ain't taken for his word. He had to show them something. So if you telling me God is fair and God is impartial, okay, show us
They
the
who's supposed to
same thing.
they
Stop,
okay.
stop. Show us the same thing that you showed them when they was in Joshua in the part in the river Jordan. He said, "Look, here, boom, boom, river fly open. Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this so they'll know that I am God." When Elijah raised up the widow's son, she said, "By this I know," not believe, not think, not have faith, not nothing. I know, I know, I know. You want to know. Ricky Swink want to know. Everybody want to know. We want to stop believing. We want to stop arguing. We want to stop debating. We want to stop wondering if a God exists. He showed it to them. Why don't he show it to us? You know why he won't show it? Because it ain't real. You've been fooled and you've been tricked and you've been bamboozled. That's what it is. God, you good enough. Ja, stop for a moment, man. I'm gonna give me 30 more seconds and I'm gonna be done. Bro, you good enough, Ja. You good enough for God to talk to you. You good enough. If Abraham's good enough, if Jacob is good enough, if Judah is good enough, you ain't never owned no. I don't know you, Ja. I don't know you. But you know what I do know about you? I know you ain't never owned no slaves. You know what I do know about you? I know you ain't never took advantage of no woman. I hope not. You ain't never killed wanted to kill your baby mama. You ain't never sent your baby off with no food, no clothes, nothing. And you got all the money. You ain't never done that, Ja. You ain't never owned people, Ja. You ain't never took advantage of nobody, man. You ain't never had your right hand's man wife took his wife and had him killed. You have done none of these things. So you are good enough for God to talk to you if he wants you to go to heaven. You good enough. I'm good enough. Everybody in this world is good enough if he care about us. He ain't gonna sit here and let us continue to argue and debate about some nonsense about a book, man. When he's showing people in real life that he's real, that he got power and he can do everything that he say he can do. I'll let you respond.
Uh, there's a few things I want to touch bases on, but it's hard to keep up with them, and you know. But anyway, Moses, right? The children of Israel, he was sent to deliver. 40 years they rebelled. 40 years. In this 40 years, God said they'll
I'm
stiff
talking
neck
about
people.
before, man. We ain't talking about the
No,
children of
but I'm
Israel.
no,
Let's
I'm
not get
just
off subject. I'm talking about God being impartial and him not being fair. And I'm talking about Moses telling God personally, face to face, according to this story, that if you send me with nothing, if you send me with a word, with a book, they ain't gonna believe me. I need something more than that. And that is what we're saying. We need something more. Some people don't because they stupid. They don't need nothing more. All they need, they don't see none of this stuff happening in reality. They don't see nothing. The church, where they get their money from, Ja? They get it from you. You are the guys,
can I
man.
finish?
Nothing happens in that church without you doing it. Without you paying the light
Can I
bill,
finish?
without you paying the mortgage, without you helping the people, nothing gets done. You are God. You are the church. You are the members. What are you talking about?
Brothers, brother Swink, can I finish?
You can finish, but you need to stay on what I just said. Don't talk about the children of Israel. I don't want to know about them. I already know about the dirty things that they did. Don't talk about them. Talk about Moses
Why
and
not?
God
When
being
you mention
impartial.
this, but why not? When you mention this, this goes with what you were talking about. When you said God sent Moses,
Is
and
it
what Moses'
fair?
response was.
Is it fair for God to show people things in his book and not show us? Does that make him a fair God?
I'm gonna get to that, but can I address some of the things you were
Go,
saying,
go,
brother?
go,
Because
go,
you were
go
just
ahead.
going
No,
on.
no, no. You're trying to escape the question, man. Answer the question. Is it fair? Is it? Is it fair?
I already answered that. I already listen.
I
listen,
ain't never
listen,
hear no
listen.
answer to that question. Answer it
I
again.
don't know
It'll
what
take
I
it'll
don't know
take two
what type.
seconds. Answer it
I,
again. Is it
I don't
fair?
listen. I don't know what type of time that you're on, but
Whatever it is you feel like you needed to address in what I just said, I'm gonna allow you the time to do that. So go ahead.
I, okay. You, I want to skip this now so much, but listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You said